inspector, and today I'm with Jamie Wilson, the superintendent. Imagine how that works together, super inspector, superintendent.
It just goes together.
It goes together today, and we're here at the new high school out here on Highway 380 and Navo Road in Union Park Boulevard. And Jamie's been walking us through some of the high school here, and it is remarkable. You just won't expect what's going on out here until you come out here and visit this yourself.
Absolutely.
So welcome, it's good to see you.
Thank you, glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Visiting and taking a tour and seeing what our kids and what we have in store for them.
We appreciate you going through the trouble of getting us in here, because there's construction people all over the place, and it's like a bunch of ants working on every level and every place and every nook and cranny and every place outside.
Sure.
Even on the roads right now, they're cutting curb and all that stuff to put the new road down on the other side, and it's remarkable. So give us an update. What's going on with the high school? Where are you at? How are things going? How has the weather affected you guys? And what do you see in the forecast?
You know, we're looking forward to opening up this August when our students return, the fourth week of August. When this school gets finished, we'll have about 2,400 student capacity when it gets completely finished. We're going to open in August with about 1,200. So we only really need about half of it to stage the opening in the first part of the school year. And we think we'll be finished with the rest of it somewhere during the fall semester, around the first part of November.
Okay.
We staged all of our activities so that our students are in marching band, they're in athletics and volleyball and those kinds of things. We'll be ready to go as soon as the fall semester starts.
Good.
With Naval Middle School across the street, we've got access to some facilities. And, you know, we get to January and it'll be a short-term inconvenience for a long-term gain. And we're looking forward to it. It's
Yeah,
exciting.
a couple of years down the road, and then everybody will forget about all the pains, the growing pains,
Sure.
and what it took to get to this point. And then people that will show up, they'll just see everything done.
That's right.
You know, and they'll
That's
be
right.
like, wow, look at this place.
And you know, it's you'll see some features here. We have some really high-end science labs for some STEM work that we're going to have going on in our school.
Okay.
You'll also see some things in our art classrooms where there's some places for them to display their work and work outside. And also, you noticed straight away when you came in, what's this enclave for?
Yes.
Collaboration spaces for kids to get together and power up their devices and collaborate and work together. So we think it's 21st century, and we're looking forward to being able to have some nimbleness,
Okay.
to be flexible as we go
I
forward.
think you have plenty of room here to grow and expand and do whatever you need to, and then to add on. So we're excited to see this here, and I'm sure that people around this area too are really excited to have this so close together, and just to see what's going to happen in the next couple of years, of how all this area is going to really explode because of this anchor being here.
Well, we think it's the anchor and the hub of the community. You know, these students that live in this section of our district have been traveling in buses for 25 plus minutes one way to get to Ryan High School or Denton High School for quite some time. And we're excited to be able to bring Braswell High School to them and have them participate in the Carico Athletic Complex and just really build a sense of community.
That complex out there is remarkable. I was looking at it earlier driving by, and I stopped and just wanted to look to see, to get a full eyeful of what was going on out there, because now the turf is down and everything. You can see some color.
Right.
You really know what's going on out there too. And you know, you're not that far from the tollway. I think you're only about 6 miles from the tollway on 380.
That's right.
And probably about 8 or 10 from.
We're really closer to the tollway than we are to 288.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
we're 6 miles from the tollway, and we're about 8.5, 9 to Loop 288 in Denton. So we're right there in the middle. We really feel like if you're coming from the east, traveling west, that Braswell High School will be the gateway to Denton ISD as you come from the east. And we wanted to make it a showcase for that and do this for our residents and our stakeholders.
I totally get that, because now with Union Park coming in right across the street and all the new building, and then of course everything down the street too, but with all that new industry coming in, or new residential, and just no telling what commercial is going to be like when it finishes out.
Well, it's amazing to see what happens, and it's kind of like the natural in Field of Dreams. You know, if you build it, they will come.
Yes.
And I think it's very iconic to have a nice high school here. Just since spring break of this school year, Paloma Creek Elementary, which is just across the street, has registered 18 new students new to Denton ISD that have moved into houses and be it Union Park or any of the other developments in the area. But specifically, Union Park, but they're trying to get so many closings in a school year and those
Right.
kinds of things, and they're already here.
Right. Well, you see so many new subdivisions that are coming up here in the Metroplex, and everything in the middle, there's an elementary school,
Right.
or middle school around that. And so they're building up around it, obviously convenience, care, safety, all of that.
Right.
And having this out here now, you're not gonna be busing some kids so far away, that's gonna be a blessing for them and their families.
We're looking forward to that, and we also like the fact that our residents will be able to see the schools their kids are going to attend.
Right.
Some of them from their front yards, others from their backyard.
Yeah.
They'll be able to see their elementary, their middle, and their high school, and raise their families here and raise them as part of our community. And we want to
Having football games and everything else out here.
Right across the
too,
street.
Right across the street is gonna
Right.
be very convenient for them and safer for the children too.
Absolutely.
To be able to go to that and with their parents. So I appreciate you talking about what's going on with the high school today. If anybody, agents, public need to get in touch with Denton ISD, what's the best way for them to do that? Or to be able to look up some information on what's going on out here?
The best thing to do is to go to our website at dentonisd.org.
Okay.
And in addition to that, we have a very good social media presence. We have Facebook, Twitter,
Yes.
Instagram,
Right.
and whichever one of those suits you,
Yeah.
depending upon your age group and how that works for you, you can get information about the district in those areas.
That's awesome. Man, thank you for
Hey,
that.
appreciate you.
very much.
Thanks.
So.